Behind the walls of the Mexican embassy, Ecuador's former vice president sought refuge. But on Friday night, it was raided and Jorge Glass arrested with immediate consequence.
Mexico announces the immediate suspension of diplomatic relations with Ecuador.
Mr. Glass is convicted of corruption and is facing further probes. He had been holed up in the Mexican embassy since December, granted political asylum just hours before it was stormed. Mexico's president posted to social media, "This is a flagrant violation of international law and the sovereignty of Mexico." Ecuador argues the asylum offer was illegal.
They interfered with Ecuador's democratic institutions in clear violation of the fundamental principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of other countries.
Tensions first escalated last week after Mexico's president weighed in on Ecuador's 2023 presidential race.
Mexican President Obrador made some unfortunate statements by questioning the 2023 presidential elections. He also trivialized the death of presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio.
Then reached breaking point. Mexico's diplomatic staff brought home, the embassy closed.
I think President Noboa made a mistake by taking a decision that didn't just break with all established international conventions, but it also showed ignorance of the reality of his country.
In Mexico, protesters gathered outside the Ecuadorian embassy, and back in Quito, a former presidential candidate called for the Ecuadorian president's resignation.
Invadir una embajada.
To invade an embassy is to attack foreign soil. It was an unjustified tantrum of the president.
Ecuador's actions have drawn criticism from the UN and condemnation from several countries, including Britain. Citizens in both countries calling for the diplomatic rift to be solved. Sarah Jane Bell, ABC News.